The wife of the deceased says he is being falsely implicated. You are saying no, he is correctly implicated.
I also a sympathizer member of a political party. I am not an MLA. And Govind Singh Rajput is also the same name as the MLA.
The wife of the deceased are to the effect that Nilesh Adivasi committed suicide on account of the torture and harassment caused to him by a former communist of the state.
Lord, I assist on behalf of the brother of the deceased. I had an
See, the ultimate issue is that whether the victim deceased, whether he committed suicide, or one, two, whether he was forced to commit suicide, it can also be an issue. And third can be whether it was a case of murder, which probably you are not also not realizing. You are also saying that the circumstances were created in such a manner that he was forced to commit suicide.
that is certainly the case of the state, my lord.
Now,
It in terms of
unfortunately,
recorded in the case diary.
unfortunately, in the first investigation,
Yes,
which of course you have your reasons to allege.
in regard of the first case, my lord, which was lodged
Huh.
1st July 25 against the same petitioner by the deceased, my lord, where there are independent witnesses.
What happened to your writ petition?
My lords, I don't have any writ. They have a writ.
Yes, sir.
My lords, I am the victim, my
He is
lord,
not even
brother of the
complainant.
deceased.
I am appearing for state.
So the family is at variance to one another.
Yeah,
My lords,
but
my
the
wife-
second is,
Wife of the deceased gives a different
If your
version, the
lordship-
brother gives a different version.
if your lordships just have a look at, my lords, page 3, paragraph 4 for a minute.
The problem is that which version should we believe at this stage?
Insofar,
We can't believe or disbelieve anyone. So we'll go by general principles that there is a person against whom the police report says that it's a case of death in a road accident. Isn't this the
no, no, my lord, it's a suicide.
suicide?
By right.
Suicide.
That's the
Okay,
case.
In his own
suicide. Nothing has been found against him. The wife of the deceased says he is being falsely implicated. You are saying no, he is correctly implicated.
No, my lords, what I'm saying, just with all the respect at my command, the chain of circumstances, my lords, is on 1st of July. This petitioner, my lords, hurls derogatory language on the deceased, on count of which the first FIR 249 is registered there and then. Thereafter, my lords, the deceased, my lords, is abducted. Some videos, my lords, surface where, my lords, he is sitting on the ground and pleading in a hotel room. Whereafter, my lords, he goes, my lords, to gives an
Like
affidavit.
what happened to the writ petition filed by Riva?
it's pending, my lord. And I have, my lord, before my learned friend client is not even a complainant. The brother is not even a complainant. This
I'm
is the
certainly a
complaint
victim.
given by the wife, in which, my lord, the FIR registered. I have only 3 submissions to make for your lordship kind consideration. My lord, first of all, there is a little doubt about the commonality of the name because we
The
are.
problem with you is that you are an influential politician of the area.
That's what I want to clarify.
No, but that
And
is the
lords,
possibility of
he has a prior case of-
1 second, if my
that
personal
gives-
friend.
that gives a possibility of your influencing the.
I'm really grateful to your lordship. But there are 2 Govind Singh Rajputs. I am not the Rajput who's the MLA. He's another who is orchestrating all this.
You are not the
I
same.
am not that MLA. We are, my lord, 150 million,
He is the-
1.4 billion. We are.
Duplicate of that MLA.
My lords,
Milord,
file.
please go.
No, no, one thing, boss, one thing.
Just a minute. If he is not that political person, then why you are after him? Anas?
My lords, my learned friend is, my lords,
My learned friend
is
he is, my lord, a disciple
with all
of the
respect,
sitting
can I
MLA.
make a submission
Sitting
here?
MLA. I also a sympathizer member of a political party. I am not an MLA. And Govind Singh Rajput is also the same name as the MLA. He has orchestrated them, this brother. The wife, my lord, the person unfortunately who committed suicide.
Bhupinder.
Lords, my learned friend is giving a
FIR does not even
All right.
sentence of any SC/ST.
All right. There is something wrong with in terms of, we are saying qualitative wrong in terms of the investigation of the. A serious objection will constitute a SIT.
I have no objection. One more thing. My lord, just once, my lord, I have no objection, but I want to say something here only to the honorable bench, my lord. the section 18 interpretation which your lordships have carried out to 18 and 18 of SC/ST, a DSP has to carry out the investigation. Well, an IO, the IO is an accused against whom allegations have been made. He, the IO is a sub-inspector. The minimum officer who has to do it.
No, my lords, I have instruction that
This is aggressive, Mr. Modi.
SDOP is conducting the investigation. So far, this
Lords,
part is concerned.
My lords, may I just, my lords,
Hmm.
my lords, take some clarity. First of all, my lords, petitioner, my lords, is not an MLA. The case is not, my lords, against any MLA. Neither, my lord, victims are MLA. My lords, my learned friend is trying to create a facade. The two facts are undeniable, my lord. He is named accused on count of a direct complaint lodged by the deceased.
All right, let us try to solve it.
Yes,
Because we want, you should also at least have a satisfaction that there is an investigation which is completely dispassionate, which is free from any kind of local bias, and where you feel that justice has been done by taking it to a logical conclusion, right? That much, otherwise will not express any opinion. Right on.
my lords, may I just, before your lordship, I'm so sorry. Just one point on record is undeniable. On page 3, paragraph 4, from the case diary of the...
We can't observe anything. Please appreciate. This is a matter of investigation.
That's correct.
Why-
Because I wanted to say a different point. Post registration of both these FIRs, my lords, this gentleman has, my lords, more than 62 calls with the wife of the deceased. Therefore, there is a direct attempt to influence a family member of the deceased, who is, my lord, subject matter of 2 FIRs, one lodged directly, and, my lords, one post, my lords, committing the suicide.
All right. Right
First, my lords, very strangely, one common Vakalatnama is filed both by the wife of the deceased and this applicant.
Do you think we are going to mention all these facts in
I
a
just-
Supreme Court order, please?
Put
And
this
should we
into
mention all these things?
very
Right on. The unnatural death of one released Adivasi on 25th July 2025 has led to a registration of FIR number 249 stroke
No, no, I'm
2025.
so sorry, my lords. Not 249. It is, my lords, 329.
229.
My lords, may kindly
that's-
see the
let-
FIR is 329 of
Just
25.
a minute. Led to registration of FIR number 329 stroke 2025 under section 108 and 3 in bracket 5 of BNS, read with section 3 in bracket 2 in bracket Roman 5 of the SC/ST Act. The FI date on 4 September 25. On 4 September 2025 at police station.
Malthon.
Hmm?
It is police station, Malthon.
Malthon.
Police station, so and so.
District Sagar,
It seems that the allegations made by the wife of the deceased are to the effect that Nilesh Adivasi committed suicide on account of the torture and harassment caused to him by a former Home Minister of the state and his associates. There is a long narrative of events made by Riva Adivasi, in bracket wife of the deceased, which is not necessary to be referred to in light of the nature of order which we propose to pass. Suffice to mention that some property documents were allegedly got executed through deception and then complaints etc. were filed by and against the deceased. The wife of the deceased filed her first complaint on 27th July 2025 seeking registration of FIR against the former Home Minister and his associates. But no cognizance thereof was taken. She then filed a second complaint on 3rd August 25 and also approached the High Court through writ petition number 31491 of 2025, seeking registration of FIR and investigation by Central Bureau of Investigation to unearth the factors leading to the unnatural death of her husband. This led to, eventually, this led to registration of the subject FIR, that is 329/2025. Next paragraph. The brother of the deceased, what is your name?
Neeraj Adivasi.
Yeah.
Neeraj Adivasi. My lords,
He's
during
the
the,
step
during,
brother, my lord, not the real.
may I, my lords,
seems to
stepbrother do
have-
not make a difference.
No,
however,
no,
seems
I
to
mean,
have a
whether
different
it
version.
makes a difference or not.
However, seems to have a different version.
My lords, my statements were recorded during the inquest proceedings.
All right, we are not referring to. In his very first statement, which is claimed to have been recorded by the police, he has attributed allegations against the petitioner, in bracket Govind Singh Rajput,
Of
bracket close.
Malthon.
Huh?
Of Malthon.
Sir, Malthon is a couple with him. So that is why I say, my lord, Govind Singh, who's the petitioner, because the name is the
Govind Singh
same.
Rajput,
He is the MLA, who's the former Home Minister.
There's no
Rajput
controversy
and some other
over any
person being responsible for the unnatural death of his brother. Next paragraph. There are thus two different and contradictory versions coming from the close family members of the deceased with respect to the cause and background of his death. Next paragraph. Unfortunately, the writ petition filed by the wife of the deceased is still pending before the High Court, regardless of, don't say unfortunately, the writ petition so and so is pending before the High Court. So we have already requested the High Court to dispose of the same via an order dated 1st December 2025, passed in the SLP Criminal Diary number 64256 stroke 2025, which was filed by the wife of the deceased.
But the number is now 64256. SLP number has been given. 64256 at page 148 of
Next
the.
paragraph. Be that as it may, comma, the question that calls for consideration is whether, be that as it may, comma, what is the facts and circumstances of the case undoubtedly warrant a dispassionate, fair, independent, and impartial investigation into the cause of death of Nilesh Adivasi. It seems to us that the local police has not been able to take the investigation in FIR number 329 stroke 2025 to a logical conclusion. The further delay, comma, it goes without saying, comma, will cause prejudice to the prosecution, will be detrimental to the interest of the victim's family, as tendency of investigation might lead to destruction of evidence and or influencing the witnesses whose version is likely to have material bearing on the outcome of the investigation. Next paragraph. Taking these factors in view and knowing fully well that the hands of the Central Bureau of Investigation dash the Central Premier Agency are expand the scope of these proceedings and dispose of the same with the following directions. 1I. The petitioner is admitted to, first of all, so the Director General of Police, Madhya Pradesh, is directed to constitute a special investigation team comprising 3 police officers. So the head of the investigation SIT shall be an IPS officer, direct recruit IPS officer of Madhya Pradesh cadre, but having no roots in the state of Madhya Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and preferably in the rank of senior superintendent of police. Don't say preferably, and in the rank of senior superintendent of police. The second member of the SIT will also be a young IPS officer, of any rank, a young IPS officer who should also be belonging to, who should also have his roots other than the state of Madhya Pradesh. The third member may preferably be a woman police officer in the rank of DYSP. The next direction. The Director General of Police shall constitute the SIT within 2 days. The SIT is directed to take over the complete record of FIR number so and so and all other connected FIRs in their custody and immediately commence the investigation. Next paragraph. In light of the different versions which have emerged on the record of this court, we direct that arrest of the petitioner shall remain stayed as an interim measure, subject to his furnishing bail bonds to the satisfaction of the head of the SIT, to the SIT for this one. Bail bond to the satisfaction of the jurisdictional chief judicial magistrate. So, if the SIT finds any incriminating material of grave nature hinting towards involvement of the petitioner or for that matter any other person, it shall be at liberty to don't say any other person here, and say against the petitioner, the SIT shall be at liberty to seek the leave of this court. Leave of this court for custodial interrogation. Next paragraph. The SIT will look into both the versions that have emerged from the family side of the deceased. So, however, the SIT will also consider other possibilities that might have led to the unfortunate death of the victim.
Since he did not leave behind any suicide note.
Been recovered. Next paragraph. The SIT will immediately ensure that the witnesses, the vulnerable witnesses, especially the widow of the deceased, are not influenced by anyone. The witness protection principles be immediately enforced and it must be ensured that that Deva Adivasi or any other witness is not influenced by anyone. Next paragraph. Similarly, as an interim measure, it is directed that no coercive action shall be taken against the brother of the deceased. What is his name?
Neeraj Adivasi.
So and so, and his family members, and his family members, so as to enable them to join and cooperate with the investigation as entrusted above, free from any fear or influence. Free from any fear or influence. Next paragraph, main paragraph. We expect the SIT to conclude the investigation as early as possible, but preferably within a period of 1 month. Next paragraph. The High Court is requested to take up petition number 3149 of 2025 and dispose of the same in light of the directions issued here and above.
My lord,
Issued
may I
here and
just
above.
suggest the connected FIR, as your lordships have, my lords, dictated, is 249 of 25, dated 1st July
We
25.
have said all the connected affairs, including FIR number 249. of
249 of
My lords,
25.
just state, my lords, there is something important. This is only to apprise my lords that subsequent to this, as I've been told yesterday, there is one more FIR registered against the petitioner by one scheduled tribe lady.
Against the?
Against the petitioner by the one scheduled tribe lady. So, my lord, and there are land grabbing cases, there are revenue cases, etc., etc. But
Those are
we don't
unconnected.
have any
No, we
instruction,
can't,
my lord,
we are not granting any
on that.
benefit.
Huh.
उसमें देखा ना petition only,
My lords may
In-
say
in-
that SIT
in-
may
in-
take
in a
care
case-
of
in a case that might be
that FIR is
that
of
might have been
20th
registered
October.
or registered in future in relation to the incident in question. We are only confining this case.
Yes, where-
If he has committed murder, he has to be the law must take its own course.
I'm not opposing this at all, my lord. I was only apprising my lords that there is one more case registered. So what will be the fate of that, perhaps? Because
Those will
then
continue.
that
No,
will
those
take
will
its
continue.
own course.
Those will
It will also be taken care by the SIT because the same allegation, because the crux of the matter is the land of the deceased was, there was some dispute between the petitioner and the deceased.
No, those are must be investigated by SIT.
Yes, that was for my lords. That's what I was.
It goes without saying that SIT will investigate all the related issues, including the genesis of the dispute, genesis of the dispute or motive of the crime or the alleged motive of the crime.
Grateful.
Grateful.
Grateful, my lords.
Right.
I'll go for that.
Wait. Very